Hi, I'm Lydia, and I'm going to be telling you a story. So, this story has a very strange setting. It's in a village a long time ago. If you know America, it's in North America. So, there lived a brother and a sister on the edge of the village. Now, the brother was extremely special because he had a great talent. He was an amazing hunter. But the reason why he was amazing was because he was invisible. No one could see him except for his sister and the maiden he was going to marry. Now, in the same village, there lived two sisters. One was older, but she was really mean, jealous, and selfish. The younger one was nice, had a kind heart, and would always share and be generous. One day, after their mother had died and their father was out hunting, the older sister took burning sticks from the fire and burned her little sister. She did this every time her father went out of the house. Now, when the father came back, he asked, "What happened?" The older sister said, "She was playing in the fire like you told her not to." The younger sister couldn't say anything because she knew the next time her father went out, her sister would burn her more, so she didn't say anything to her father. Now, this kept going on, and soon everyone in the village called the little sister Little Scarface. One day, the older sister, who was proud and jealous and cruel, she said to the younger sister, "Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go visit the hidden one, and we are going to be married in 2 days," because the hidden one wasn't married yet. The younger sister, to herself, thought, she might be able to do it. Oh no, she might be able to do it. But the older sister thought to herself, "I'm going to do it. I'm going to so do it." Now, the older sister went to the hidden one's hut, and she knocked on the door. Now, the hidden one's sister was called the patient one, and then the patient one answered the door. She said, "You may come in." So then they prepared dinner until the patient one looked out the window and she said, "I see my brother coming. Let us go to the lakeside to meet him." So they went to the lakeside, which is beside the lake. So they were standing beside the lake, and the patient one asked the older sister, "Do you see him?" The older sister replied really fast. She just said, "Yeah, of course I see him," without even looking. So the patient one was kind of suspicious, and obviously the older sister couldn't see the hidden one. The patient one then asked her, "What's his shoulder strap to the bag?" And the older sister answered, "It's a strip of rawhide," because in those days, all the hunters had a strip of rawhide for their shoulder strap. Now, patient one said, "Let us return," for that was not the right answer, and the older sister could not see the hidden one. They went to the house and they continued making dinner until the door opened, but nobody came in. Then it shut. Then a pair of shoes fell on the floor. A bag dropped down next to him. Then bits of meat from a tray vanished into an invisible mouth. The older sister was extremely scared. She couldn't speak. And the patient one saw this. So when the older sister finally regained her voice, she said, "When will our wedding be?" Like she was actually going to marry the hidden one. The patient one yelled, I'm not going to yell, don't worry. Patient one yelled at the older sister, "Get out, you liar! Get out!" So the older sister ran from the house, very sad, and she was crying. She cried for 3 days until the younger sister asked her, "May I go see the hidden one? May I borrow your clothes?" Because she had to be forced to wear rags. The older sister told her younger sister, dare you think you could do something I couldn't?" And then she fell back into bed crying. Now, the younger sister was very disappointed, little Scarface, so she said to herself, "I'm going to prove her that I can do it." So she took her father's shoes, put them on her feet. Then she went out to the forest and peeled bark off the tree and glued it together with sap to make a dress. Now she put this dress on, but the forest was here, the village was here, and the hidden one's house was here, so she had to walk all the way through the village. Now when she was walking through the village, all the people would tell her, "Oh, look, are you a tree?" and mock her and be really mean to her. And it was really hard, but she said that she was to herself, "I'm going to do this. I'm going to prove that I can do something my older sister can't." So when she got to the hut, she knocked on the door like her older sister had done, and the patient one answered. She said, "Let us prepare the evening meal." So they prepared dinner until, as before, the patient one looked out the window and said, "My brother is approaching." And so then they went by the lakeside. The patient one then asked little Scarface, the younger sister, "Do you see him?" Little Scarface looked and looked and looked. And then she said, "I think I do see him." The patient one didn't know if she was telling the truth or not, so she had to test her again, like she did with the older sister. "What's his shoulder strap?" The younger sister, little Scarface, looked and looked and looked. Then she said, "It's the rainbow." The patient one decided to give her one more test before she was sure that she could see the hidden one. "What is his bowstring?" The little Scarface looked and looked and looked. Then she said, "It's the Milky Way?" The galaxy, guys. "It's the Milky Way?" And the patient one said, "Let us return," for she could actually see the hidden one. Now, they went back to the house, and the patient one said, "In the bathroom there's a bath, and there's a wedding dress you can put on. The bath will wash off all your scars, and you will look beautiful again." So when the little Scarface came out of the bathroom, she had a wedding dress on, and she was very pretty, and all of her scars that the older sister had burnt her were gone.
What?
And then the patient one took a comb and combed the little Scarface's hair, which had been singed off by her sister, so it was really short. When she combed the hair, it grew longer and longer and longer. And then she braided it. All of a sudden, the door opened, and into the room came a handsome young hunter. Now, little Scarface is very excited, and the patient one can see that she sees them. Now, they got married that very same day, and the older sister, she didn't come to the wedding. She didn't believe, but it doesn't matter, because she was mean and cruel, and she didn't deserve a reward. So they got married, and little Scarface is no longer called little Scarface. She's called the lovely one, because she was hidden by all the scars and what her sister had done to her, but then now she was uncovered, and she was hidden no more. The end.